Hello, hello. This is Mike. I'm so excited to share with you my script, which we've been using in business for many years now. And if you're struggling with Venmo statements, or excuse me, the poor excuse for a statement that Venmo gives you, then you've come to the right place. So before I go into all the details, I just want to show you how easy this is. The setup is, this is a therapist. I've replaced all of the names with fake names. So our therapist is named Kenny Kerner, and he often gets money from his patients in Venmo. Some of them say initials, but some of them, sad bunny, have their full name in there. And QuickBooks is not HIPAA compliant, so we need to remove this PHI before we put it in. So that's one thing I'll point out. And first, I'm going to prepare this into a nice CSV just by clicking the Start button. Boom, we're done. It says it reconciles, and I'll show you what it did. So the first step I said is that yes, this is a therapist, so there's PHI. You probably know, or if you don't, QuickBooks Online, and basically none of the financial software companies, including Digits or Kick or Xero, none of them are HIPAA compliant. And actually, picking up other bookkeepers' work, we've noticed that bookkeepers don't seem to know this. So yeah, you're not supposed to put, it's actually a violation to put the patient's names into QuickBooks. So this script, whenever there's money in, it automatically just converts the payee name to patient fees. And when that goes into QuickBooks, I'll have a rule whenever it's patient fees to put it to income, patient fees, or whatever the category is. And the reason why I have the filters automatically set up as a part of the script is so you can just look it over. Say if there's something in patient fees coming in and it's like $25.99, that looks weird. Of course, then you could just go over here and look at the real statement to make sure it's really patient fees, right? So that's why the statement stays. It's a good idea just to review that. So the PHI is gone. Hooray! All right, the next thing it does is sometimes when people pay Kenny, he has to pay a fee. That's too bad, but that's how it works, right? The person clicked it was for business, and so Kenny has to pay the fee. So you can see it here, again, not in its own line. Venmo puts it in a fee line over here. You can see the amount that Kenny got was $485.50, but he billed his usual $495. It's just that $950 was taken out in fees. So this script will put the fees back into the income. So say it was on the 29th, there's $495, it's been added back in, and then it separates out the fee, that $950, and with the comment, Venmo fee, right, patient fees. So in QuickBooks, you can put this in bank fees or whatever. So at the end of the year, Kenny and the accountant, everyone else knows what he paid in fees. So boom, right there. It's another quirky thing in the statement that the script does automatically for you. The third thing it does is recreate money in from the bank when Kenny sends money and uses his bank as a funding source. When you pay someone in Venmo, you can select, and a lot of people do select, their bank account as a funding source, right? So Venmo puts it in this funding source column, but the Venmo statement embeds that money in the same line as the expense. So when Kenny paid Heather, the shark diving counselor, for his son Arturo, he sent $2,500 out, right? And then he chose his bank as a funding source. So that's actually representing money in of $2,500, but it's not separated out here on the Venmo statement. So my script recreates that invisible line, and there you can see on January 5th, there's the money in from the bank. So sometimes there are different funding sources different banks, credit cards, and you can just put it in, and you can either match them in QuickBooks, or if you do the Venmo first, you can match it on the other side. It's, again, what the script does is just make the Venmo statement much more like a normal bank statement, which shows when you have money coming in from another account. And the fourth thing that it does is it concatenates the payee and the note in the description line when Kenny pays for something else. So when Kenny paid Heather to help teach Arturo to swim with sharks safely, we want to have all of this information go into QuickBooks so we can make those sweet bank feed rules. And it does this automatically. And it's just so fast. It's saved us so much time, so many errors, so much possibility of PHI getting into QuickBooks. And so yeah, if you're still struggling with Venmo fees, if you're doing any of this manually, please reach out to me. I will help you out. You'll be so happy month after month, and you'll wonder how you did it any other way.